I'm Cynthia Papermaster. I work with the Golden Gate chapter of Code Pink here in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I'm also the director of the National Accountability Action Network, an umbrella group of accountability activists around the country: Veterans for Peace, Code Pink, Voters for Peace, Velvet Revolution, Backbone Campaign, and a number of Progressive Democrats of America and a number of other groups all working together. John Yoo's house is over across the street here, up the hill, and we have a wonderful group of people who come up here every Sunday afternoon to call attention to his house here in Berkeley. And the reason we come here is that we want people to know that he lives here among us, that he lives in our community, and who he is and what he did. When John Yoo left his teaching post at the University of California, Berkeley Law School to work for the Bush administration in the Department of Justice Office of Legal Counsel, he was asked to write legal memoranda or give legal advice on a number of issues. One of those, I think the most prominent one, is torture and interrogation techniques. The CIA was asking for legal memoranda which told them whether or not it was legal to use the techniques that people like Donald Rumsfeld and Dick Cheney were wanting to use on detainees. So Yoo did research. He wrote the legal memos and he gave them to his boss, Jay Bybee, and Jay Bybee signed them and passed them along to the Attorney General, and from there they went to Rumsfeld and they went to Cheney, etc., allowing the enhanced interrogation techniques to be carried out on people. Sometime later, I believe it was about a year later, a new boss came in the Office of Legal Counsel, Jack Goldsmith, and discovered these legal memos and rescinded them. He said that the memos were shoddy, the research was incompetent and shoddy, and that they could not rely on these legal memoranda, so they were rescinded at that time. But it was too late for the people who had already been tortured. One or two of them were tortured 183 times by waterboarding. Others were slammed against walls, hung by their arms until their shoulders were dislocated, stuck in boxes with insects, held in solitary confinement for 40 days or more, had hoods placed over their heads and earphones over their ears and weren't able to see or hear, and endured sensory deprivation for days and days and days on end. Sleep deprivation happened. The techniques are all outlined in the memos that Yoo wrote and Bybee signed. And John Yoo is not sorry for what he did. He's come back to the university to teach. He's got a class in civil procedure this fall. He is very public about feeling quite good about the work that he did for the Bush administration, saying that he was keeping us safe, allowing these torture techniques. He felt that we were under extraordinary pressure and stress after the 9/11 events, and that we needed to take extraordinary measures to keep the country safe. This echoes what Dick Cheney has said over and over again. It's necessary to take the gloves off. It's necessary to go to the dark side so that we can protect the country. This is all hogwash. It's just bogus excuses for what they did. I believe that John Yoo will be prosecuted for his complicity in torture, just as lawyers and judges were prosecuted at Nuremberg. It's no excuse that he thought it was legal. He should have done better research and discovered the cases out there that say that it's illegal to torture under the United States Code, Title 18, the Geneva Conventions, and other international and United States laws. There's a lawsuit against John Yoo that's proceeding. Jose Padilla, a U.S. citizen, and his mother are suing John Yoo for the torture that Padilla suffered. They're asking for $1 in damages. And the federal district court here in San Francisco ruled that they may go ahead and sue John Yoo for torture. He's appealing that case to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. In addition, a Spanish judge, Garzon, is moving ahead with prosecution of lawyers who worked for the Bush administration and who caused the torture of Spanish citizens. Germany is moving toward a prosecution as well. So I see some signs on the horizon that John Yoo will soon be in very deep trouble. He already is in trouble, really. The community not only is out here on Sunday afternoons, but at his classroom at UC Law School. We have been doing this for a couple of years now. This is nothing new. We started, I'd say maybe 2 years ago, to focus on John Yoo, and I believe we're seeing some movement because of external things going on, such as the Padilla lawsuit. Unfortunately, the dean of the law school has sort of dug in his heels and really feels that this is an issue of academic freedom, which is a total mischaracterization of the whole issue. John Yoo, the law professor, didn't give opinions. John Yoo, the lawyer for the Department of Justice, gave legal opinions or legal advice. And he was wrong in that advice. And neither Cheney, Rumsfeld, Rice, Bush, or any of the other actors who started the Iraq War and tortured people subsequently will be covered by those legal opinions that John Yoo issued. They're not accurate. They're flawed. They're flimsy. He simply cannot provide legal cover for these individuals, and I believe they'll be prosecuted as well.